second T20 international in the series of 3 in the Floki Trophy. And it's Andy Balbirnie on strike. Shaheen Shah Afridi to get the match underway. The brand new ball will swing. This is one thing that Shaheen Shah Afridi, he is absolutely venomous with the brand new white ball. Sometimes you can have all the weapons, you can have 2 bats and he'll beat them.
Well, there is no doubt about that. He has just that ability to bring the ball in late to the right-hander. And of course, as a right-hand batter myself, when you kind of have doubts about where your off stump is, it's very, very tricky.
Azam at mid-off, surveying proceedings here. It's wide again, he's gone after it.
And that is a cracking shot. He's just extended his arms beautifully there, Balbirnie. He was wide enough. And again, absolutely sweet, out of the sweet spot, middle of the bat. Beautiful shot from Balbirnie. And again, that's another thing in a lot of T20 cricket, they're looking to go aerial over that area now.
Well, what he's not doing here, Shaheen, he's not bowling to instructions. That's way too wide. That's 2 wide deliveries that have been punished, and the field is not set for that. If he's going to bowl that wide, then he's got to have a man out at deep cover point, deep point. And I think we're going to have a change of ball. Just looking at the third umpire coming on. Now, whether the ball is out of shape or whether the seam has come apart, I don't know, but it's going to be a change of ball.
I think it might have disappeared between the 2 tents. But we won't know. We won't know from our vantage point here, but it was certainly wide enough for Balbirnie to really let his hands go, and the tendency is, in this modern era of T20 cricket, that's precisely what they do. So after umpire deliberation, we're back in action again. We don't really know whether it's the original ball or not. Barber having a good look at it, wondering what the thing to do, whether it's still in shape or what way they're going to look at things. There's quite an amount of deliberation going on at the moment.
I'll tell you something here. It could be that Shaheen says, I really don't like this ball. It's got nothing to do with the ball. It's the way that you've bowled it, Shaheen. That's the true aspect. But sometimes, you know, look, bowlers are fickle, just like batsmen are about your bats. But sometimes you can get a ball and you can present it to the umpire and say, I don't think this is as good a ball as it should be. It's brand new.
The arm round the umpire. Aidan Seaver, fresh to this level. And again, that can be the sort of
umpires. When you're a bowler, be nice to an umpire. When it comes to the LBW decision, you want him to be your friend. Right, well, we've had 5 deliveries. Andy Balbirnie's put 2 of them away for 4. Ooh. It's the end of the first over. 8 for no wicket. So a decent start.
Decent start for Ireland. Not so decent for Shaheen Afridi. A bit wayward. But Balbirnie put them away, which was the key thing.
Paul Stirling, who becomes Ireland's leading player in terms of number of caps, number of appearances in all formats. 390, he's gone past Kevin O'Brien today. Great player, Kevin. And now we're going to see Abbas Afridi. Oh, no, we're not.
I don't think we are. We're going to see Mohamed Amir.
Yes, we are. Mohamed Amir.
A bowler I've always admired.
Yeah, lovely.
Okay. Huge competitor, fantastic competitor. Wears his heart in his sleeve. And
bowling from the city end, and there's still a slip. Fine leg is up inside the circle.
tucked away there on the leg side by Stirling, very comfortably. Always nice to get off the mark, no matter what the game you're playing. But I think it's important, you know, as a captain, you want to lead from the front, and we've kind of talked about that. There's never any question about the greatness of Paul Stirling's contribution to this Irish fold, but just in need of some runs if he can. So Amir continues.
Yeah, he just has to get his line over a bit. It's a bit leg stump. But so normally for Mohamed Amir, and he's one of the few left arm quicks who doesn't like coming round the wicket, even later when the ball is a bit older. You know, Wasim Akram was the great left armer who would come round the wicket and make the ball talk. But
well, as a left armer yourself, did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
I always felt that coming round the wicket just gave you sometimes a little bit more control.
Well, do you know if you look at modern one-day cricket, now even test match cricket, the amount of times Chris Broad, Anderson came round the wicket, to left-handers in particular, they like to look at that off stump.
Yeah, I think that Paul Stirling will be watchful here, just a ball or two, just to see Mohamed Amir. He didn't play in the first game, of course. Mohamed Amir. A delayed start here. If you're just tuning in, we've had a delayed start. The match began just 10 minutes ago. And the problem was a shower just as just before play should have started at 3:05. So Rizwan still at slip. Azam Khan, the keeper. Imad Wasim at fine leg. He's up inside the circle, so Mohamed Amir can't go leg side. That's a wide. Shadab Khan is not in the side today. He's been replaced by Mohamed Amir. So there you see, just on your right of your picture, that's Imad Wasim. He's in a short fine leg. He's up inside the circle, which is why when you're a left arm pace bowler over the wicket, if you're going to bowl leg side, you're putting that fielder under a great deal of pressure.
It's interesting that you say that, because they have to be one of your best fielders, in my opinion. The other side of things is, obviously, he's on the edge of the circle there. Like, either side of it, if there's anything tucked away, a metre either side, it's 4. The interesting thing is, often when something is flicked off the hip, it can go at a catching height. And I just wonder, is it of greater relevance maybe to have the opportunity, the chance? I remember Harry Tector's second ball of his innings test match at Lord's. Potts kind of lured him in. I don't whether he was aware the fielder there was not straight into his arms, as we've just nearly possibly seen there. And it's just gone away for 4. But, you know, they're the margins. That could easily have gone to hand. That was the reason, in a sense, I said it. And you can nearly see Paul Stirling thanking his lucky stars. You just know in the batter's mind that's in his mind, because he knows that fielder is there, Alan.
Yeah, this is the wrong line. You see that's leg stump. And with Imad Wasim up inside the circle, he can't save the 4. If he's back, he's probably got 30 yards to be able to judge fielding it.
I think in risk and reward, leave him there.
Shot. Great looking shot. That's been caressed away for 4 by Paul Stirling. So 2 good overs to start. And 2 gone, 19 for no wicket.
Here's the replay and the interesting piece there, and it's a Sterling-esque, the way he's just able to open up that face, get the ball off to and square of the wicket is where he's so strong. And again, that area there, perfect for Paul Stirling, but a beautiful shot, foot extension, head and shoulders. Graham Ford used to always talk about that, head and shoulders into the ball. Here we are. Clontarf Castle.
Change of bowling. So Shaheen Shah Afridi clearly not comfortable bowling from this top end, the Hughes end of the ground. So there is a slight slope. So you are running down the slope. And he is giving way now to Naseem Shah. Lovely action. Beautiful action. And has learned to bowl the away swinger to right-handers. He's got a beautiful side-on action. So Rizwan stays at slip.
I don't quite know what Andrew Balbirnie was trying there. Just a little help around the corner is what it looked like. Normally a really good puller and hooker of the ball, Andrew Balbirnie enjoys the short ball. And I think in any form of modern one-day cricket, you have to enjoy the short ball or you will be found out. But over his career, he certainly has profited enormously from that shot.
It's gone after him. Over extra. Don't think he's got enough for 4. It's not. Babar Azam, the skipper. Paul Stirling, who's played quite a bit of PSL cricket. Islamabad United, I think, certainly gives the ball a crack. So these players will know something about that man there. Stirling, #1, can give it a mighty crack. This is typical of the way that Paul Stirling plays his cricket. Should be a couple more here.
Certainly a different sense, the way Ireland are going about things. You know, 23 without loss halfway through the 3rd over. But there's a different sense of urgency. And again, that little bit of confidence. Balbirnie played so well here on Friday. Man of the match.
Got to be careful there. There's no third man. It's 4.
It's interesting having watched Alan from last season, but there seems to be a much different trigger movement from Balbirnie back in that check-in motion, which he wouldn't have done previously. He largely stood still and eased into the ball, and maybe this is something that he's looked to work on, in an effort to just get these feet moving. But he's progressed very nicely. 16 from 11 now, Balbirnie.
Fielded. Yeah, Rizwan. Very quietly, this is a very good start for Ireland. They've been put into bat here by Babar Azam. 27 for no wicket. 1 ball to complete the 3rd over. Just a 1 change for Pakistan and 1 change for Ireland. Shadab Khan is out. Mohammad Amir is in. Bowled. Superb. And now a delayed request appeal for a caught behind. The umpire's not interested. 3 gone, 27 for no wicket.
Well, it was certainly delayed from the bowler. Keeper Khan went up straight away, maybe in jest, but Balbirnie wasn't moved. So as you say, Alan, Ireland have progressed very nicely indeed. 27 without loss now at the end of 3 overs. Pakistan, you would sense on a murky day, on a bowling day, would be a wee bit disappointed. But on the other hand, Ireland, there's been just that little sense of energy and enthusiasm about how they've gone about things.
It's called belief. Belief that they can take this to this Pakistan team. Now Shaheen swapped ends. 2nd over for him. Good looking shot. Should be 2 here. Saim Ayub, the fielder. So change of end here for Shaheen. I would have thought he'd prefer to bowl from this end up the hill, slightly up the hill. Holds. When you're running down a slope, I always used to find that it threw me forward too much. I'd rather bowl up a slope. And you, with Mike Proctor as my captain, I had no choice. He's gone after him. Straight back over his head. Oh, what a catch that is. Mohammad Amir has taken a magnificent catch. Shaheen runs to applaud him, and my word, that is a pretty special piece of cricket.
Well, it certainly looked from the moment that Sterling had hit it, it was going to go over Amir, but he didn't, and he made fantastic ground and full length took the ball two-handed, and again, that will leave Paul Sterling very disappointed, but it was a fantastic catch from Mohammad Amir.
Yeah, to make a lot of ground. So an early strike for Shaheen. And I have a feeling that Paul Sterling just wanted to get after Shaheen, their strike bowler. It brings Lorcan Tucker in at 3. And Pakistan needed that. From their point of view, it's been a wayward start with the ball. We've got 2 world-class bowlers in, or 3. Naseem Shah, Mohammad Amir, and Shaheen Shah Afridi. So Lorcan Tucker in at 3. And Rizwan goes back into slip, which means that third man is very, very fine. Almost like a second slip on the fence. Oh.
And that was squirted away by Lorcan Tucker there to third man. Before there was a few gaps in here. Mr. Wilkins had arms in the air. I don't know why. He's a bit perturbed by one or two things, but we're going to find out fairly smartly. And there it is. And that will please Lorcan Tucker. Another man in need of some runs, Alan.
Yeah. Just the one. No swing here for Shaheen yet. He normally gets that ball to jag back when it's brand new. He relies on that. It's one of his weapons. Think of World Cup tournaments, removing some of the best in the business. Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul for India. But no swing today. Maybe it's just a little bit on the chilly side.
I think that could be it, and he's just a little bit down on pace too.
Picked up by Balbirnie.
And he's gone.
And he is gone. That is a super catch. Fakhar Zaman is the man who takes it. And Shaheen, it's a double strike. Pakistan are all smiles now, but there was some early damage. Balbirnie, a key man in the first match, player of the match with his 77. He's walking back.
You'd have to say for Afridi, somewhat fortuitous that Balbirnie has picked a solitary man literally down Fakhar's throat, and it was easily caught, to be honest. You can clearly see it there. Literally only had to come in 2 or 3 paces and said thank you very much. And it brings Harry Tector to the crease. Always has a tendency, Harry Tector, strides chest out. Remember him as a young boy, 10 years of age, collar up. They're here to watch me. They're here to watch me was his mantra.
Well, I tell you what, he's a very fine player, and Ireland needs him now, because this double strike from Shaheen Shah Afridi, removing Paul Stirling and Andy Balbirnie, which means that Ireland have 2 new batters at the crease. Harry Tector's just come in for Balbirnie. Lorcan Tucker has only faced 2 deliveries, so it's a reset for Ireland. That'll feel good. That'll feel good for